Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. I hope you guys enjoyed the short cruise cinematic section. Normally in my previous videos I do longer cruise cinematics, but since this flight itself is so short, the short cruise cinematics is all I could do. We're currently cruising somewhere over the United Kingdom, obviously, but I do not know specifically where. Oh yeah, we're just above Great Britain, and we're supposed to be going all the way... can I zoom in here? Ah, perfect. This helps. So, yeah, we're going to be crossing this ocean and then going to Dublin right here, which is on the eastern coast of Northern Ireland. So, yeah, we're pretty close to our top of descent. We're supposed to start descending after this Lannon waypoint. However, I think some of the metrics there are sort of bad or wrong on my SimBrief flight plan. We're supposed to be quite lower as compared to what the SimBrief flight plan tells us on these various waypoints. But the one thing I know is that at Sivna, according to the charts, we're supposed to be at 7,000 feet. So that's a hard constraint, 7,000 feet, 230 knots. So in order to do that, let's go ahead and start entering some destination data. As you can see, the MCDU is already telling us to do so. So let's go ahead and put that in. So let's go into the perf page. Let's go into the next page here, next phase. QNH, actually we can get all of this information from here. This is what I love about the flight path. So 1011 millibars, 240 degrees at 15 knots, and 4 degrees is the temperature. So 1011 millibars, 4 degrees temperature, and what was the wind again? I'm sorry, forget. 240 at 15. So 240 at 15 is now set. Transition altitude is, if we look at a transition level technically, which is assigned by ATC, but we can take a look at the transition altitude for now, 5,000 feet. And the decision height for today is going to be 402 feet baro and 200 radio. So 402 feet baro is set, and that's pretty much the descent all planned out. We'll go ahead and start the descent here as well. So 7,000 feet at what was that waypoint? Sivna, I think is what it's called. Sivna, yeah. Sierra, India, Victor, November, Alpha. So let's go ahead and put 7,000 feet in our display over here. And we can go ahead and start the descent on vertical speed. I still don't trust the fly-by-wire A32NX mod to do VNAV descents. We'll go ahead and put around about 2,000 feet per minute or 1,800 feet per minute descent rate as of now. And there we go. We've started to descend, ladies and gentlemen. So I'll see you guys in just a bit. And I'll talk to you guys when is necessary throughout our descent. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so we had to actually increase our rate of descent, as you guys probably saw in the cinematic section, to 2,700 feet per minute. I'm trying to maintain 270 knots because we want to be at 230 knots, as I mentioned before, at Sivna. So all of that is underway. We're down to about 21,500 feet, and we still have 40 nautical miles to descend down to that Sivna waypoint, but it's better if we get there a little bit sooner so we can do some speed management. We do have the spoilers assisting us, the lever of shame, as it's affectionately, or not affectionately, but like quite colloquially called, I guess. It is helping us here as we descend. Cloud coverage is very, very sparse. Actually, no, I take that completely back. If you look in front of us, there's quite a few clouds, but behind us there weren't enough clouds. After we departed from Heathrow, we had quite a bit of clear sort of weather in front of us. But yeah, I hope there's no after effects of Storm Eunice that happened over in this part of the world quite recently, and I hope we can get a smooth landing. Good news is that we do have a bit of a headwind trying to slow us down, so that helps. It is slowing us down, and we're not going sort of overshooting the speed here. So 2,700 feet per minute off vertical speed is indeed working for us. I have programmed the standby altimeter here to 1011. We'll do the same for our primary altimeter up here on the FCU as we start getting close to 6,000 feet. We're about 58 minutes into the flight ever since we pushed back, but our actual flight time has only been about 34 minutes. So we're currently on schedule. Let's look at the time. It's 2:24 p.m. This aircraft is slated to arrive at the gate by 3:05, so I think we're early by most accounts, if I'm not mistaken, but let's see how the rest of the descent goes. I'll see you guys in a bit. Alright, so as a bit of a pre-arrival briefing, let's go ahead and take a look at the charts. So I have all the charts here available to us. We looked at this chart for a second, so we have our decision height. Our missed approach altitude for today's flight is going to be 5,000 feet, so we have to remember that. Our glide slope capture altitude at LAPMO is 3,000 feet, and then I think it starts at MAXEV at 2,500 feet. So it's imperative that we reach those altitude constraints properly. So 2,500 at MAXEV and 3,000 at LAPMO. We got to remember that. When it comes to the actual airport itself, we're going to be landing at runway 28 left, which is this one over here. Or is it that one? Wait, let me just check. Yeah, so it's this one over here. So it's going to be a long taxi, ladies and gentlemen. So we're going to be landing here. It's 2,637 meters off a runway. I think with reverse thrust as well, we should be okay with auto brake low. We don't need auto brake medium. That's why I've set auto brake low now. And we'll go ahead and vacate at Sierra 6, Sierra 5, taxi all the way back on Sierra, and then get on Alpha, maybe on Foxtrot here, and then we'll go all the way to Link 5 here, and then we'll park at any of these gates. So either these, this is Pier 2 if I'm not mistaken, and then this is Pier 1, so we can park at any one of them. We'll try to find some Aer Lingus aircraft or some British Airways aircraft and park right next to those. As for the speed and the altitude stuff, we are now down to 10,900 feet, so we actually should slow ourselves down to 250 knots, and we'll sort of arrest our rate of descent here a little bit, and also we should put this to 10,000 feet. So we'll get to 10,000 feet, slow down to 250 knots, and then continue the rest of our descent. I think that should be a good plan. In fact, yeah, because we don't want to go above 250 knots below 10,000 feet. Or flight level 100 is the technical term. There we go, maintaining 10,000 feet, and our speed brakes there helping us slow down massively. There we go. And yeah, I think we should be able to comfortably make 7,000 feet in 20 nautical miles, so I'm not that worried now. In fact, we can go ahead and set 3,000 feet as soon as we hit 250 knots here as well. So we're decelerating. Let's go into 3,000 feet. And vertical speed is set. Let's go below around about 1,800 feet per minute should be okay. Let's also, actually no, 250 knots is okay for now. We can in fact go ahead and take the lever of shame in. I don't think we need that. And we're starting to descend. So as we get below 10,000 feet, let's also go ahead and turn the seatbelt signs on to get the passengers to sit their buttocks down, I should say. Landing lights can come on, wing light can come on. No, actually don't need that in broad daylight. But look at those water textures over there. That looks pretty cool. Coming in through the clouds. I don't know what they did with the recent world update, but my clouds no longer are grainy. I do have the user.config file sort of workaround where I have set the film grain to 0. I think that's helping, but previously, before the world update, even though I had that set, it never used to give me non-grainy clouds, but for some reason that's been fixed, so that's pretty good. Let's get this down to 240 knots, and we're descending quite nicely, in fact a little too nicely. Let's go ahead and slow our rate of descent down to 1,500 feet per minute. That should be better. And seatbelt signs are set, speed brakes are in. We'll start taking the flaps in as we start getting closer to the actual approach. We can also get the landing systems turned on. Sorry, not the ADF, the landing system. There we go. And that's all good. So I guess enjoy the rest of the descent. I've said that like 5 times now, and I keep coming in, butting in, but every time I have something important to say, I'll come in, and if not, you guys can just enjoy the beautiful flight we're on. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so we're at 5,000 feet here. I saw that we were descending a little bit too fast for my liking, so I decided to just kind of arrest the momentum as we descend. We're about 25 nautical miles or so away from our Lapmo waypoint, and we can start now descending again to at around 1,000 feet per minute or so, and we can also start decreasing our speed down to 230 knots. So I think that's the maximum speed. Let's in fact get down below to 220 knots. It's always better if we're below speed. Anyways, barometric pressure we can set to the local now, so 1011 is set on the primary. And just as a confirmation of our final approach procedure, we should be able to see ourselves on the star chart here. If I go pull this up, yep, there we are. So we're at Peacock. We've just passed that at flight level 70. Sivna is also flight level 70. And we're actually way below that. We're at 4,000 something right now. And Lapmo is supposed to be 3,000 feet or above. So 3,000 feet or above, 180 knots is the maximum speed. So we're going to have to procedurally start decreasing our speed as we start getting closer. So 210 knots. In fact, let's get down to 200 knots just in case. And we might need the lever of shame here in just a bit. There we go. ILS systems are all active. So we're about 26 nautical miles away from the actual runway itself. Localizer I can start seeing there. Glide slope also should be visible in just a bit. And yeah, we're doing okay. Should start seeing some land over there in the distance as well. Yeah, there we go. That's beautiful Dublin, Ireland over there, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if I have anybody watching this video actually from Dublin. If you are, then I hope you guys enjoyed this video especially more. I still can't get over the fact that these displays are so damn dim when I look outside. I know it's supposed to simulate realistic physics and stuff like that. Eye adaptation and stuff like that does work like that in real life, but I think, yeah, I don't personally like it. I wish they give us the option to actually just turn it off, honestly. But you don't normally get everything you need, so you win some, you lose some. Alright, so around about 10 nautical miles away from Lapmo, we can continue decreasing our speed now down to 190, actually 80 knots. 80 was the max. So continue coming down. We can actually go ahead and take flap 1 now. Flap 1 is set. Here we go. Flap 1 is coming down. The slats are now descending below the on the leading edge of the wings. Look at those. Look at the sun reflection on the water there. I've never actually flown into Dublin in any scenery before. Sorry, not any scenery, any simulator before. So this is all very new and exciting to me. We can also go ahead and arm these spoilers here. There we go. And just so we don't forget, we'll also go ahead and turn the runway turn-off lights as well as the taxi lights on for our arrival. There we go. Maintaining 3,000 feet, we can actually go ahead and set it to 2,500 because that's where we're supposed to be at Maksev, if you guys remember from the chart that I was showing you guys earlier. So 2,500 feet, let's go to vertical speed, and nothing too crazy. We can start descending at 500 feet per minute. We should be, that should be just perfect. Here we go. Now, I haven't landed an A320neo in a long time, ladies and gentlemen. So if I absolutely just destroy this aircraft upon touchdown, please do not hold that against me. I've been practicing a little bit with the Captain 7 777s. Not the 777s, the 777 300 as well as the 200 for the background of my videos where I cover various news and stuff like that. But that's a totally different aircraft from this, and to be honest, it doesn't have realistic flight physics either, so this is going to be a very different landing. Hopefully I nail it, but please do not hold it against me if I can't. Let's see how we do, though. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and arm the localizer. We're only about 13.9 nautical miles away from the actual runway. Localizer is armed, 117 knots is set. We're 2,500 feet at the moment. I think we're supposed to be above 3,000 feet at Lapmo, so I kind of went a little early and decided to drop down to 2,500 feet at Maksev, but that's okay. It's a simulator for a reason, right? We're allowed to make a few mistakes here and there, so we're doing well so far. I don't have visual of the runway because of the cloud cover here, but you can start seeing some landmass structures and stuff like that. There's some island over there. Also, another mod I'm using, this is freeware, so most of you guys can download this if you want. The ship traffic mod. So there's a beautiful mod on FlightSim.2 that actually simulates various ship traffic routes that are real-world routes that are actually simulated. And it adds various ship models and sort of ferries and boats and just different sort of cruise liners and stuff like that in the oceans. So it populates the seas and the water bodies around the simulator. So it obviously sort of adds to the immersion. So make sure to get that. Practically has no impact on performance, so if you guys are worried about that, just does not have any impact on performance, so should not be a problem for most of you guys. So that's another mod that I'm using. And we're taking that left turn here, and localizer is armed. It should be picking that up. There we go. Localizer diamond is active. And let's continue decreasing our speed here down to 165 knots or so, and we'll also take flap 2. There we go. Flap 2 is set. Now we should be bang on approach for our actual landing, though I cannot see anything in front of me, courtesy of this massive cloud. Let's see if we can get below it. As soon as the glide slope diamond over here starts coming down, which I think it's starting to, we'll go ahead and hand over all speed-related controls to autopilot, and we'll also go ahead and take flap 3 gear down. So that's the plan. And again, we can't see any of our displays here. There we go. Alright, so the glide slope diamond is now starting to come down. We'll go ahead and handle all speed-related controls to autopilot. Give it flap 3, gear down. We'll go ahead and watch that. And we'll arm the approach mode here as well. There we go. We'll also set the missed approach altitude to 5,000 feet, as we saw in the approach charts. And our speed should start coming down. We'll also take flap full, and that's pretty much us configured for landing. So if spoilers are armed, flap set to full, all the lights are good, seatbelt signs are on, and approach mode is armed. We should start picking up that glide slope in just a second. And I think the final item when everything is done is to just chime the cabin saying that they need to get ready for landing. So glide slope is captured, as we can see enunciated on the primary flight display over there. And we should start descending here. There we go. Of course, still can't see anything. And we'll, as soon as we are out of these IMC conditions, we'll go ahead and take manual control over the aircraft and try to land it in one piece, hopefully. We do have a pretty heavy headwind. In fact, that's a very, very heavy headwind. 48 knots? Are you kidding me? I don't think the after effects of Storm Eunice are yet gone. So let's see how this works. Dublin looks beautiful, though. I have to give it that. All right. So I think we do have visual of the runway. I'm still going to keep coming down, maybe to around 1,500 feet on the radial altimeter here, and then I'll take control of the aircraft. And the final item on the upper ECAM is to check the cabin, so let's go ahead and do that.
Flight attendants, please prepare for landing.
Flight attendants, please prepare for landing. There we go, as enunciated by our very American captain, as usual. Let's see what the ground textures look like here. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. Man, I'm super excited for X-Plane 12 and everything to be coming out for the simulator, for the simulation community, I should say. But it's going to be hard to beat this. Like, you know, as much as we complain about flight physics and stuff like that in Microsoft Flight Simulator, I personally do think that, you know, this level of immersion is just unparalleled on the market right now. There's the OM signal going off. Let's get back into the flight deck and stop looking around. There's the OM signal. And 1,500 feet. So let's go ahead and disconnect the autopilot. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, my aircraft. Let's try and see if we can nail this landing here. I wish I could get you guys the replay so you guys could see the wing view perspective and stuff like that. Unfortunately, I can't. For some reason, my flight recorder add-on is not working, but I'll see if I can get that working for you guys in the next video. Sorry about that. Alright. I'm desperately trying to see my instruments down there, but I can't, because it's so hard to see with the eye adaptation thing going on. Alright, we still have 2 reds and 2 whites. Trying to pay attention to the runway over there. It's a pretty straight headwind, so should not be much of a crosswind involved. But that means we do have to set it down quickly on the runway, because we're going to float if I don't do that. And we're kind of starting to lose the glide here. Let's try to compensate. Come back down. There we go. Perfect. Speed is being maintained pretty well by the autopilot systems on board. There we go. Let's try to get the glide back here. 2 reds and 2 whites are still being maintained, and we can start descending down there. Perfect. Wow, pretty thick layer of cloud. I think there's also a little bit of rain on the tarmac over there at Dublin Airport. Right, coming in from a bit of a right side angle. Oh, there's a plane on the runway, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's taken off. Yeah, it just took off over there. Looks beautiful. All right, 2 reds, 2 whites, still coming in nice. Ooh, I think I descended a little bit too much. 3 reds, 1 white, correcting. 400 feet.
100 above. 300. Minimum.
Landing.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. Retard. 5.
There we go. That was a butter landing, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Reverse armed. Let's get the reversers going. There we go. 80 knots. 70 knots. Reversers in. And we'll take manual braking from here. Welcome to Dublin, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you guys enjoyed that approach. Wow, I was not expecting a landing that smooth. I'm not gonna lie. I think that was butter smooth. But yeah, welcome. Pretty rainy here. I think we have a bit of a sort of a localized cloud here that's just raining down. But there we go. Let's vacate here. Let's go ahead and get rid of the landing lights. Nose light can come to taxi. Oh, am I making it? There we go. We're making it. And runway turn-off light, wing light, strobe can come to actually stay to auto. And as I said before, the taxi procedure is just to turn around and go all the way back. So it's a pretty long taxi. I don't know why we just slowed down to 4 knots there. Not my fault. Let's go ahead and get rid of the clock. The flight time was 56 minutes and 38 seconds, which is bang on the dot. I think it was 57 minutes was projected flight time or air time. Let's go ahead and get rid of the predicted wind shear. The weather radar can come off, and the TCAS can come to standby there as well. And yeah, ladies and gentlemen, hope you guys enjoyed that. I still can't believe I nailed that landing. Anyways, get rid of these spoilers. Flaps can come in. And yeah. All right. All right, so straight taxi all the way back. Let's take a look at the charts again one more time. Airport. And yeah, so Sierra all the way back. We can cut across runway 34 / runway 16 here. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I don't think I'm going to go all the way around. So go to Sierra and then take a left here onto Whiskey 2. And then get onto Mike 1 and then take Link 4 and park anywhere here. So that's the plan. All right. We'll also go ahead and turn off all the pertinent sort of systems on the FCU here. So flight directors can come off, landing system can come off individually, airport constraint can come off. What else do we have? Should we turn on the APU now? I think we can leave it on for just a while. The taxi's pretty long. We don't want to waste extra fuel. What else do we have? You can get rid of all of these things as well. The transponder. Turn that off. Turn out the ABV. And yeah, I think that should be good. I'll let you guys enjoy the relatively short taxi with the speed we're going at from the wing view. Alright, so left turn here, as we said, onto Whiskey 2. Or is it this place or the next turn? Let me just make sure. Yeah, it's this one. We should be good. Whiskey 2. Perfect. We're actually turning at 24 knots, so let's slow down a little bit. There we go, Whiskey 2. And this is, of course, as I said, MK Studio. Oh, we have a rainbow over there. Sorry, I'm like a child when it comes to these things. Whiskey 2 is the... my bad. MK Studios is the developer of this beautiful scenery, and I personally think they've done a beautiful job with this airport. I don't know if it's completely accurate. Of course, I'm not a local resident of Dublin, so if anybody knows about this airport, please let me know in the comment section below. But overall, it's been done to a pretty high standard, better than the Innie scene Heathrow, in my opinion. A few custom buildings here and there. Ground textures look much better. They don't look like the standard primary yellow color used by Asobo. But yeah, we're crossing a runway, so the right thing to do is to get the strobe lights on. That's pretty important. So let's do that. And we should check right and left, but honestly, you know what? I feel like a bit of a baller right now, so I'm not going to do that. After I just did that. That's all right. There we go. We've crossed it, and I think we just cut across a major part of our taxi route. So all we have to do is now go straight and park at any of those gates over there. So we have a British Airways flight over there. Let's go park right next to that. We've crossed the runway. Let's go ahead and set the strobe light off. We can actually go ahead and turn the taxi light off as well. It's daytime. We don't necessarily need that. And I think we can go through here. Yeah, should be able to go through here. Perfect. And we should also go ahead and start the APU now that we're pretty close. Here we go. Take a left turn here. There's a nice Turkish Airlines 737. Can't wait to do 737 flights, man. The PMDG 737 should be coming out relatively soon. I'm very excited about that. Ryanair City over here. Of course, Dublin being, I think, their main hub. But yeah, what we're interested in is this parking spot here. So I think this has a jetway. Does it have a jetway? I don't think any of these places have a jetway. So we're just gonna have to go ahead and park at a remote stand, which is not normally what British Airways does, I don't think. But I think that is the best we're gonna do today. So let's go ahead and turn in. Wish we had a marshaller or something like that. If you guys know how to get a marshaller on any of these stands, let me know. Without having to contact ATC, that is. I don't like contacting ATC. I feel their voices are very boring. Anyways, oh, I slowed down too quickly. Let's go ahead and give ourselves a little bit more oomph. Here we go. Still getting a little bit of rain on the windshield here. Looks pretty nice. There we go. We're moving. And let's see if we can nail this parking. Let's go ahead and stop at the second little marking there. Oh, we overshot it. It's all right. Perfect. Okay, parking brake is set. And everything is good. Do we have the APU available? Yes, we do. Let's go ahead and get the APU bleed. And there we go. Engines are off. Seatbelt signs off. There we go. Everything's coming off. Perfect. And as that happens, we can also go ahead and get the N2 is below 25%. We can go ahead and turn off the beacon light. We can go ahead and turn off all of the fuel pumps here. I think everything else here down here is perfectly fine. So predicted wind shear is off and the weather radar is off as well. We can go ahead and turn the clock off. 1 hour and 27 minutes. Now the actual flight took 1 hour and 25 minutes, so we're just about 2 minutes late, but that's okay. Nobody really looks into all of that minute detail. We can go ahead and call some ground services just to simulate some realism. So aircraft, let's get some catering and baggage. You have to click it twice, once for it to spawn and another time for it to actually attach to your aircraft. And since we don't have a jetway, I think we can get stairs. So I think we'll have to click it again, if I'm not mistaken, to get the stairs. Can I get the stairs here? I do not know if I can get the stairs, but I am getting catering and baggage. And that aircraft is getting pushed back over there. Pretty nice. Look at that. Yeah, this AIG traffic mod really does add realism to the sim, and I am very happy that I finally managed to get it installed for the simulator. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, that's about it for this video. I'm actually still not sure if I'm going to combine both the videos together, the takeoff out of Heathrow and the landing into Dublin. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. So whatever you guys are seeing on screen right now is what I decided to do with it. More full flight videos coming very, very soon, but what I want you guys to do is to go down in the comment section below and give me some suggestions for future routes. It's not just like what I want to make. Like I made this Heathrow video because the scenery just dropped. But if you guys have any great ideas for, you know, maybe some sceneries that I should check out or some aircraft that I should fly, let me know down in the comment section below. And an even better place for you guys to let me know that stuff is my Discord server, which is linked down in the description section of the video. So make sure to join it, become a partner, become a member of the Flyby Simulations community. It's a small but thriving community, and I'd love to see you guys there. So without taking too much of your time, successful landing. If you guys want to know the landing rate, let's go ahead and end this flight here on Pack X. So end flight. The landing rate was 125 feet per minute. Pretty interesting. 125 feet per minute was a very, very smooth landing. So pretty happy about that. And yeah, ladies and gentlemen. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for flying by.